Hi everyone, long time no see. Hopefully I'll be back. Wanting to re-get into this YouTube thing again, but it is very difficult when I'm working full-time and still in school full-time as well, but I still want to try to squeeze this in as much as I can. So, I want to start this new series on my channel where I go into a murder, mystery, or missing person case from every US state. So today I want to start out with Alabama, and the story I'm going to go into today is a thought to have been missing person case that turned out to be a murder mystery case that is still currently unsolved to this day. So I'm going to be reading this from a website called uncovered.com. I will link that in the description if you guys wanted to read more into this story, or if you wanted to check out other murder mysteries that I will be getting and putting in other videos. Alright, so without further talking, let's get down to it. As I said earlier, this was a thought to have been missing person case. So I'm going to be covering the story of Danniella Vian, who was thought to have been missing on January 17th, 2018. Thought to have been a missing person case, however, it unfortunately took a turn for the worst on May 2nd, 2019. So almost a whole year later, they found her body. So let's get into it. An overview of the story. Danniella Vian had just saved up enough money to buy her first car. The day she picked up her new vehicle was the last time she was seen, until a year later when her car was fished from a creek in Alabama. Danniella was a single mother who was working hard to provide a better life for her daughter. At the age of 25, many in her close circle of friends described her as a social, outgoing individual who was able to make friends wherever she went. So on the day she went missing, she finally saved up enough money to purchase a 2014 Chevy Cruze. She went out with some friends to celebrate, including stopping at the Heroes sports bar and grill to hang out with a coworker slash friend. So in the beginning of the night, it was just her alone hanging out with the coworker that was working at the bar. Later down the night, she ran into her old friend Mallory, who was with a person she never met before named Denson. And these two people would be the last people to see her alive. And after that, it was unclear of her remains and what happened to Danniella. Her family thought she lost her cell phone, which would explain the sudden lack of communication. However, 3 days later, after her friends made up multiple attempts to contact her, a missing persons report was filed on July 20th of 2018. It was particularly strange because prior to her disappearance, Danniella had arranged two friends to take full custody of her daughter. Danniella took the time she needed to get her life in order. This process was in effect for several months before she went missing and was very cooperative the entire time. Therefore, it was incredibly bizarre when she never made it to court, July 24th, 2018, the day the hearing took place and nearly a week since she was last seen. So, on July 25th, 2018, Danniella's case was then passed over to the homicidal unit, despite having no evidence of a homicide, believing that foul play did not play a role in her disappearance. Then, exactly a year later, in April of 2019, an off-duty sergeant mapping areas for diving training in Saraland, Alabama, along the bayou of Sarah Creek marked a 20 to 30 foot area for a dive team to investigate after his solar equipment picked up something strange. A few days later, on May 2nd, 2019, a dive team training took place and Danniella's Chevy Cruze was recovered from the water. Law enforcement press conference was held to confirm that Danniella's car, as well as her remains, were recovered from the water. Initial investigation pointed to the condition of the car being consistent with that of a car accident. However, the investigation then revealed that certain manipulations to the inside of the vehicle indicated that Danniella had been alive when her car entered the water. But other discoveries seemed much more perplexing. For instance, the vehicle was found in park, which they believed Danniella did in panic when she hit the water. Danniella was found in the driver's seat with no seatbelt on and the keys were in the ignition. The emergency brake was also engaged. The doors were locked and the rear driver's seat window was down about 2 inches. Today, the case stands unsolved. Her friends and family are still fighting for her justice. Despite her death being ruled undetermined, her family has had multiple questions about what happened to Danniella. A blow was dealt to the family's investigation when her vehicle was auctioned off in the summer of 2020 by an insurance company for spare parts. So that's where the story ends. Her date of missing was July 17th of 2018, and that's also when they concluded her date of death was. However, she was not found until May 2nd of 2019. She was 25 at the age of the incident and was in the process of putting her daughter up for somebody else's care. Obviously, if you guys have any information on this case, please don't hesitate to reach out to local police enforcement, as that would help the family tremendously with getting the closure they need. So I guess now it's up to you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you think this is a good series to start on my channel where I just do a mystery case from every state. Maybe, I don't know where you guys all live, but maybe there's one that's near you. And let me know in the comments if anybody is from Alabama and has heard of this before, because it is very recent. It only happened in 2018. Like, for me, my theory would probably be that the person was setting her up when she was told to come pick up this car, and maybe whoever sold her the vehicle was the person that is to blame for this. However, that wasn't mentioned at all, and that's just speculation. So I guess if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up down below and leave a comment about what your guys' thoughts on this are. If you have any of your own theories. Do you think it was a suicide attempt? Do you think it was some foul play? What are your guys' theories below? I'm very interested to read them. And I guess I will see you in the next video. Bye.